Hi, I'm Craig Lounsbro. Welcome to Live Talk. Here's a question for you. How do we live differently this year? I mean, with intentionality, with some sense of purpose and meaning that's way beyond just living out our lives in order to meet some set of obligations that we've confused with real living. How do we live with some deep sense of satisfaction and personal enrichment? How do we do it all differently? Well, at the beginning of this new year, I want to share some simple foundational thoughts with you. Some thoughts that we don't think about because our lives don't create any space for us to think about them, or we're afraid to think about them because they might challenge us to something better, and we're not all that certain that we're capable of something better. And because of the demands in our life, or our fears, or our lack of self-confidence, or whatever it might be, we end up the poorer for it. So here's some thoughts I would challenge you to think about. And if you walk away from this podcast today with only one of these thoughts on your mind as you head into the coming new year, this time together will have all been worth it. So let's begin with this. We are created for more than we've given ourselves permission to be. That's you. That's talking about you. Whatever lays ahead of you today, tomorrow, next month, or in the coming year, you bring to those things more than you've given yourself permission to bring to them. You are more than the challenges that lay in front of you. You have unchecked resources, untapped abilities, yet undiscovered capabilities that are waiting on you. This new year, be brave enough and determined enough to be your fullest self. Also consider this. It is the doubt of success that ensures the fulfillment of that doubt. Doubt is the cancer of great things. Our doubt takes the achievable and it pushes it so far out of our reach that we come to see the possible as the impossible. We become deluded that our greatest dreams, our fondest hopes, the things that thrill us, will do nothing more than tease us. We can play with the idea of them, but the reality of them is doomed to stay less than a reality because we doubt our ability to achieve them. Begin to push your doubts aside and press through all of the negativity that all of those doubts are speaking into your life. Here's another thought for you. You were not made to tend to the grave of your mistakes because God removed the coffin and backfilled the hole. You are not defined by your mistakes, no matter how many of them you might have made. No matter how bad they were, no matter how painful the repercussions of whatever the mistakes were that you made, no matter the amount of guilt that you've been left with, you are not defined by your mistakes. Mistakes are a sign that you tried. You might have tried in a way that didn't work, or in a way that you shouldn't have tried, but you tried. The key is to try differently, try in a better way, a more thoughtful way. Try again. And when you do, your tenacity, your commitment, your fortitude, it's that stuff that begins to define us. And those are some great definitions. And finally, remember this. Dead ends are never the end of the road. They are only the end of this road. You may be facing the end of this year and the beginning of the next one, feeling like your life has been a bunch of dead-end roads. Some roads do end. Some end harshly and abruptly. Some end unfairly and brutally. But a dead end is never an end. Never let yourself believe that an end is an end. Somewhere there's a next road, a new path. It might be wide and easy. It might be thin and tough, but it's there. This new year, find those roads, walk them, don't run from them or sit by them or let your doubt cause you to turn away from them. And so, in this new year, believe in yourself. Don't let your mistakes tell you that you're not worth it. Press your doubts aside. This coming year, well, it might be easy. It might be hard. It might be somewhere in between. But I'm committed to walking those roads. And I hope that you are too. And as we walk those roads this coming year, I hope that you tune in to Live Talk on most podcast platforms as well as on YouTube. Here's wishing you and your family a truly, truly great New Year. There is more to us than we know. And even though we live in union with ourselves every day, we remain a mystery to ourselves. Despite our low self-esteem and the incessant deprecation of ourselves, the question of who we are evidences that there is more to us than we realize. And if we walk this search for self out at some inherently deep level, we know that who we are is so vast that we will spend the eternity of our lives in search of it, yet we will never know all of it.